as the band leader, I don't want to pressure anybody to wear something that they're not comfortable wearing too.
Yeah.
So just I always
we're gonna be kissed tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I've always encouraged since the beginning just individual style so that it can show you as as an artist yourself.
Right.
While in this really conglomerate, of down to earth.
Yes, so. Absolutely. I like how you mentioned that the Beatles and a lot of early boy bands had that very professional look. It's not an original concept, but it's a good way. It's a good stepping stone into finding your attire. It'll be interesting to see what you guys come up with for the down to earth presence.
Welcome to the Gulf Coast. Welcome to the Gulf Coast. Welcome to the Gulf Coast.
Welcome, guys, to the Gulf Coast Music Podcast. Today's new wave, the Down to Earth Band. How did we come up with the name?
So me and Colton went to high school. Our bass player, me and
Right.
Colton went to high school together, and there were some school events where you could sign up a band to play, or if you were a solo act, you could sign up to play music for these two little things. And us two, and then our mutual friend named Rodrigo.
Right.
Three of us just kind of wanted to come up with a group and went through a list of names, and just Down to Earth was just one of them. So picked that, and we all agreed on it, and it's kind of stuck ever since.
Right.
So.
Did you guys meet each other over music, or was it like you were already friends and then you had to kind of beg each other to play music?
It was, more or less. Like I said, me and Colton met in high school, and then, earlier last spring, I met Grant, and then Grant goes to church with Morgan, who's our drummer, and we were looking for a drummer at the time, and so it worked out. And then I met Josh at an open mic just in the local area, and
that's cool.
And he's here playing slide guitar with us today.
Yeah.
So, and we all just started jamming together, and
right.
It all really came together.
Yeah.
So,
I was surprised when y'all rolled up 6 deep. Yeah, y'all make Josh spend on gas money as well?
No, he rode with me.
There you go.
So.
There you go. Y'all are coming in from Birmingham.
Yeah.
What's the music like in Birmingham, do you think? Yes.
So, myself, I'd say I'm more accustomed to the metal side of Birmingham, I guess more underground or in low-key shows, low-key venues. But, yeah, I'd say it's a really, really good city to get started with a band. There's a lot of people who want to do a lot of things, have a lot of aspirations for music, like all of us.
Right.
And, we're very creative people. I just think that, all 6 of us. My math was wrong. 5 of us. All 5 of us have a lot of potential to do great things. Yeah.
Well, how'd you get into heavy metal?
So I got into, I guess, the metal scene in high school. My transition was I was listening to Machine Gun Kelly. He dropped his first album. Not his first album, but his first punk rock album, which is called Tickets to My Downfall. I really got into that. From there, I expanded to Bring Me the Horizon, Falling in Reverse. But yeah, another itch that I got to scratch is, Southern rock, Red Clay Strays type music. And this is a really, really great group we got here.
Do you find any ways that heavy metal translates to what you're doing right now with the band, like how you're able to incorporate it?
Yes, so the blues scale is actually very, very common within music. And it's just very easy, and there's a lot you can do with it.
Right. Another question I've got, because we're all young guys, is social media. It's easy to get lost in it, and you guys have a presence about you that is almost 90s-esque. You guys are, not that I'm from the 90s, but you guys have, awesome. Y'all don't seem like y'all are caught up in the new, it's how many followers you got, it's all about social media, yada yada. It's like y'all are really sticking to, first of all, playing instruments is something that seems to be losing taste today amongst the youth. It's really easy. Just get on a computer and type in whichever notes you want to play. Why do you think y'all guys have leaned to that?
I think for us, we realize that music is just important in all of our lives.
Right.
And so we want it to be authentic and real. And we all come from different genres and different, ideas of what music is. And we can bring that together really well to make a really cool sound.
Yeah.
And, a lot of people, they're going, like you said, with the digital stuff. But when we bring together our genres and our authentic sound, it sounds really cool and it sticks out.
Gotcha. And how would you describe your authentic sound?
I mean, it's got a mix of, like southern rock and, metal and country and all this type of things that we bring in and incorporate into this one sound that makes us unique.
Gotcha.
And, we blend in better, or we don't blend in, we stick out
Right.
because of that. So
Cool. What'd you have to say, John?
I mean, I ain't got much to say, but like, it all comes together in like the same way that he's saying. But actually, I don't have anything to say. I completely fumbled.
That's good. That's good.
very original, man.
Yeah. Speaking of original, sole author, original song. How many other original songs have you guys have in the catalog?
Well, we currently have one that's released.
Right.
It's called Bad Side.
Gotcha.
That was really so we played a show earlier back in April.
Yeah.
It was actually at Work Play over in Birmingham. We were playing an artist showcase there, and we wanted to release a song, just to get it out there.
Right.
Kind of just as part of our promotional stuff, really have our first song out there, and then play it at this event, at Work Play, back in April, and that was really, that was the main reason why we released our first song. But we have a total of, let me think. Yeah, let's see.
I would say about 10.
10?
6 to 10.
Oh, we haven't completed a lot.
Yeah, let's see. We got sole author.
All right.
You could say 5.
Yeah.
So 5 or about 6.
4 to 5.
So
Gotcha.
there's about 5 other songs that have been written but
Right.
haven't been released yet.
And to help the hungry fans, when's the project going to come out?
We're not entirely sure yet.
Yeah.
We're really hoping early next year
Right.
at best, just because, between personal schedules and
Right.
recording,
Right.
just trying to coordinate things like that. Once we get that coordinated, then I'm sure it'll come a lot sooner.
So how long have you guys been in business for?
Really since
October.
last October.
Gotcha.
So
And what are some things that you guys have learned along the way since October?
well,
I think group coordination.
Group coordination.
yeah. So
It does become like a business.
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah.
So especially trying to go from like a cover band that meets up on Saturday mornings and just jamming for fun to really having original content written,
Right.
and then also having pretty much a business plan.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, well, I was going to say, I think there was an episode y'all released. It may have been a few days ago. It was with Frankie.
Frankie Little.
Yes.
You checked
so,
out that
Yeah.
one?
So
He's a great guy.
Yeah. So I listened to his episode and just talking about, running your own business in a sense, and then how there are parallels between that.
I appreciate you for listening.
Of course, yeah. I learned so much of that, and
Yeah.
there was a lot that I agreed
Yeah.
with that, and really having a business model and motives, but then also
Yeah.
just ways to set that up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about creating that plan. No plan is a bad plan.
Absolutely.
It's still a plan. When it comes to the writing process, as opposed to just performing or practicing as a cover band, how do you guys break into that? Do you recall where you were like, all right, we can kind of start making our own songs, and how do you guys start writing content throughout the week? And what's the process like for you guys?
So for a while, we kind of played, whatever for fun, and then I had some song ideas where I'd have a prompt that I'd bring up with the melody and lyrics, and I bring it to the guys, and then it started with sole author, bringing it up to the table. Yeah, just that classic blues riff, which I learned from Josh when I think it was our second time hanging out. He showed me one of his original songs that used that very old blues technique, and and yeah, there was a job that I worked at that was just it was mentally draining.
Right.
And I just I wanted to, and I loved Josh's song so much. I wanted to write something kind of in the similar spirit, and that's how Soul Author began. But I brought it up to the rest of the guys, and the recording I still have a demo recording of the original recording that I did at Colton's house actually, and the sound when we just did that demo recording versus how we played it at Workplay, which is posted on our Instagram.
Yeah.
It's very different, but yeah. So essentially, we start with the prompt and then
We just build on it.
we build on
Put
it
all our
together.
styles in it.
So
It's not only different, but it's also better. Like it's higher tempo, it's more upbeat. And Morgan's got this thing he does where he has an introductory kind of thing going on where he'll tap it a little bit.
You talking about when y'all played it at Workplay? Is what you,
Oh no,
Like how we do it.
just in general.
Oh, just how it's progressed over.
Yeah, like when we play it, we'll jam out. Like we've done that song 3 times this week now, probably. Well, 2 times something at Guitar Center.
And y'all just developed it.
Oh yeah, and it's just I don't know. It's a great song. I love it.
Gotcha. Music feeds the soul, but food feeds the future. Right here on the Gulf Coast, thousands of families don't know where their next meal is coming from. Feeding the Gulf Coast is changing that tune one meal at a time. Imagine this. For every $1, you can provide up to 5 meals. That's like turning a quiet solo into a full-blown jam session of hope for someone in need. Let's turn the volume up on kindness and down on hunger. Visit feedingthegulfcoast.org to donate today, because together we can make sure no one goes hungry on or off the stage. Feeding the Gulf Coast, because every community deserves an encore. Whoa, don't let the dogs out. The City of Mobile Animal Shelter has many loving pets ready for a nice home. Whether you're looking for a dog like Snoop or a cat like Doja, the City of Mobile Animal Shelter is where you can find your next friendly companion. They're located at 855 Owen Street, and you can stop by anytime between 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We all need a little bow wow in our lives. Call 251-208-2800 because the City of Mobile Animal Shelter has you covered. That's 251-208-2800. Roof. Did you have something?
No.
Oh, fair enough. But I do actually want to ask you a couple questions. Being 15 years old in a band amongst guys that are older, how does that feel?
It feels like I really like it personally because, first off, they can drive me everywhere, which, and they're just like
Free Ubers.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're just praying for me to turn 16 so they don't have to do that anymore.
Right.
But also, I feel like playing with people that are way more educated in music than people my age, I grow personally a lot with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I just learned so much from all these guys, from Colton, because we share metal and how that goes. And I've known Grant the longest, so me and him personally have the most chemistry, and that I just learned a lot from all these guys in all their different styles. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
It's great to have some maturity around you. It's people will say you're young. It's good to just play around and all that, but the girls like a guy that's a little mature too. When you're hanging around with older guys, you're able to avoid some mishaps that you might have not been keen to.
Yeah.
When it comes to your media, you guys take a lot of good pictures. Whenever you go to the studio, you guys document everything. Who's behind that?
My dad actually.
Nice.
He does on the side. It started with my siblings when they would have games or something. He just
Right.
got into that and took pictures for that.
Right.
And when I play football, he takes pictures.
Yeah.
And
He's one of those guys.
Yeah. Yeah. But he has a professional camera, not just
That's cool.
He's really into it. And I asked him to just take pictures for us in November.
Right.
And ever since, every gig.
Yeah, no
he's been
question.
there
Yeah.
taking videos.
Our bad side cover album.
He did do that.
Gotcha. And the pictures in front of you with you guys on the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tough, man. Tough. Where do you guys see yourselves in 5 years?
Thanks.
Right.
Really, it's really hoping that a lot more people hear about us.
Right.
And the ultimate goal is for us to, obviously stay together, but also get to a place where we can make a comfortable living, earning, the fruits of our labor and
Right.
just
Down to
whatever we're
earth.
putting into this, along with, with down to earth and hopefully expanding it into something kind of like maybe like more like a private entity, and then kind of branch off like something incorporated,
Right.
but it starts with down to earth, and then we grow into maybe like having our own recording service or something
Right.
like that, or
That's good.
but especially opening for other artists that that we might sound alike, or
Right.
or that we find other exactly. So
Do you think it's common in a city like Birmingham that, because you guys seem to be very business oriented and like, again, on the mature side of things, like when I was going into college, I was playing the Xbox and that was all I cared about, playing, just sports and that kind of stuff. But you guys are, we're destined for either with music to produce great music or to have a business with it. Is that common in Birmingham, or where do you guys?
I've actually noticed a lot of Birmingham. They do a lot of cover bands, bar scene,
Right.
bands, stuff like that. A lot of, from what I can tell, either they're heavy metal,
Right.
or they're cover bands playing in bars. There's not much of our genre trying to make a living, from what I've seen, and noticed. A lot of them are just kind of, we'll play at a bar every weekend or every couple weekends.
And just be fine with being in the town.
Yeah.
Just
And
running the circuit.
They're strictly cover bands,
Right.
jam bands,
Right.
and that's all good and fun. But we want to make a career out of it,
Yeah.
so we want to take it more seriously.
And I think you guys have an edge as well with not going to college. It's easy to lose touch with
Right.
the system that you've got in play when other people are pursuing college educations. I think once you get jobs, they might stray away too. But is there something that you guys will use to keep yourselves united on the same goal?
I guess probably just checking in every once in a while.
Right.
We all have personal lives, and
Yeah.
we all love Down to Earth as this great group project.
That's terrific
began.
to have
Yeah.
5 people united on the same.
Where I guess the intentions are more just, it's really about just seeing who still has the desire
Right.
to make this a career, whether you're going to go down a different path or
Yeah. Do you guys? I imagine you
different
do
ideas.
like study how bands evolve and like see how somebody leaves the band, somebody join. Like with the Beatles, for instance, Ringo joined after a different drummer had left, and then they became the Beatles. Kind of accepting the ebb and flow of that.
Right. We've noticed that, and I've seen that a lot, especially just researching different bands and,
Right.
and watching the process, kind of finding a band, whether they're small and starting out or whether they're already huge and very successful, just kind of, drawing comparisons between us and then that band, just trying to really follow something that's kind of like their path, especially if a band is successful. It's like, all right, I want to see the steps that they took, the places that they played, the business decisions that they made to where they got to this point, because obviously there was a way that they got there.
Right.
And right now we're really just trying to stay together
Yeah.
as much as possible, of course, unless somebody goes to school or
Right.
leaves town, but we try to, we're going to keep an open mind about that too.
Yeah.
Just
good.
because we all love each other and our, their personal lives and motives first, of course.
That's good. That's really good. Damn, I had a good question.
Hey, I feel you on that, man.
Yeah. Fuck. What's your favorite thing to do when, like, as a team bonding activity? Like, what's y'all's favorite thing to get out and about and enjoy?
Eat.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
For real.
we always go to Waffle House after every show. It's kind of like a tradition that we made. You can't beat that.
You see crazier stuff in Waffle House post show that you do.
Right? Yeah. I mean, hey, authentic.
Yeah.
No. So yeah, we always go eat together. Honestly, but the biggest thing that we do to just hang out and do that. Just play music. I mean, we just do what we love.
There you go.
Eat and play music. You can't really get better than that.
Yeah.
So
Eat and play music at the same time.
yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes you
Right.
gotta do that.
But play a pizza chord.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play guitar and have like
Right.
yeah.
Get lost in the sauce, literally.
Get lost in the sauce.
So yeah, what was it like participating in the Amplify Band Showdown?
That was a crazy experience for us. It was actually it was our second show ever. Gigs included. We were really blessed to have that experience.
Damn, man, were y'all nervous?
Yeah, we were nervous. We had a couple technical difficulties during our set too, which made it no fun. But but the experience is great. The connections were really good. I love getting around with other bands because everybody has their own experience, their own set of knowledge, and everyone around Birmingham is really open and kind to share tips and tricks and just advice on music and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah. So no one's
Why
gatekeeping.
do you think that is?
I think I guess I don't know if it's just in music business in general or just this area, but no one wants to gatekeep. Nobody wants to.
Yeah.
We don't. When they're small, they don't see it as competition. They want to help each other out.
Gotcha.
We're the same way. If someone comes and asks us for advice,
Right.
we're always going to be open to be like, yeah, this is what we've learned throughout our experience.
Right, because a big thing that I've noticed with interviewing, at least in Mobile, is like this. Everybody mentions the crab in a bucket mentality. Nobody wants to see somebody else get to the top because it's it feels worsening to them. And I mean, I'm empathetic to that position. I can understand that perspective. You've been working your whole time. It's like it's supposed to be about the general arts, but
For sure.
yeah, you also got that survival of the fittest mentality. Why do you think Birmingham? Why do you think people want to? It's a tough question, but
I think for us, it's just the mentality we have for it, at least, is that music's important to us and it's also important to the world.
there you go.
And if we can get it out, great. If we can help other people get it out, great.
Right.
And if we help each other out, people help us out. We can all help each other rise up and do great things. And, give music to the world.
Do you notice in
Do you want to say something?
Also, the genres are much different, especially
if you can move it like closer? Yeah.
the genres are much different at Amplify. There are like a lot of metal bands and
Gotcha.
like solo artists. And like the audiences are just vastly different. So I don't think we felt a competition. Cause
Yeah. Is there a? I've heard Birmingham has like a steel reference to it. Is that like a steel city? Maybe is that a nickname?
You go.
I think it might be Iron. It might be Iron.
It's like
It's both.
Iron
It's
City,
both, okay.
Magic City,
Yeah.
yeah,
got
stuff
one.
like that. So
I'm sure there's got to be some cover band that blends iron and metal.
yeah, probably.
If not, Colton will come up with it.
There you go. Yeah.
Now I will.
Yeah. Woo! Mobile, y'all ready? Saturday, August 23rd, downtown Mobile is about to be on 1,000. It's a dope-ass show 11. The coast's favorite dynamic duo, Beeman and Timo G, are back to shut it down, featuring the heat from the Panhandle Pirates, Young HD, and Jay Haynes. Plus, we're bringing you Got Bars, where the illest artists step up, spit their best, and battle it out for a crazy prize package and a slot at our next show. Who's hungry? Shop with dope vendors, vibe to live music from the incredible Simone French, and come catch a whole vibe with the city. Downtown Mobile, 4 North Cedar Street, Saturday, August 23rd. Show up early and stay late. Whoa! Hey fighters, listen up. Are you tired of feeling like your conditioning holds you back in competition? It's time to bridge the gap between theory and real performance. At Dexter's Fitness Center, we're launching a combat sports strength and conditioning program designed for boxers, kickboxers, MMA fighters, and combat athletes who want to get faster, stronger, and more flexible while building the endurance to go the distance. No more outdated workouts, no more burnout. This program is built to enhance your skill work, prevent injuries, and maximize your potential without wasting your time or overwhelming your body. Training starts August 12th at Dexter's Fitness Center, 1900 Government Street, Mobile, Alabama. Sessions are Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. If you're ready to step into every fight confident, prepared, and in peak condition, call 251-709-2654 or email contact@dextersfitnesscenter.com today. Let's build the fighter you're meant to be. with regards to studio sessions, do you find that Birmingham studios at least are cognizant of the up and coming talent, or do they stick to the traditional ways and maybe dismiss you for having a new sound?
We've had some experience working with some producers who we don't necessarily see eye to eye with,
Right.
who would like for us to sound one way,
Right.
versus us, staying true to ourselves and staying true to our sound, which I know is, it's cliche of almost any artist, but
Yeah.
for anybody that's looking to hire a studio and a producer to record your sound for you, just make sure that really you're on the same page about how it sounds.
Yeah.
So that there's no disagreement there.
Do you think you found a good match?
Right now, it seems like we found a pretty steady
Right.
match. So
What's it like? I've never been in a band. What's it like being in the studio with a band and I guess understanding that everybody's locked in and then having to lock into like, I feel like I'd get nervous.
yeah.
Well, how we did it for the record that's out now about Bad Side, we did it in segments. So me and Elisha went first, and then Colton and Grant went later on, right?
Yeah.
And how we did it was Elijah recorded first, so I could just
Gotcha.
Get a rough picture on how it's gonna go. Then we record bass and drums first, and then everyone else comes in for the final take.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And you find that segmenting different people's recordings makes it more time efficient?
Not really time efficient, but getting the bass and drums down, that's kind of like the balls of the band.
Yeah.
And
That's a crazy way to put it.
Yeah.
Sure.
It lays a foundation,
Yeah.
a foundation to build upon.
Yeah.
Feet.
Yeah.
All right. The balls of the band. We'll go with that.
And then
Yeah.
Redo that question.
it's great. It's great. Yeah.
Tell me you're 15 without telling me you're 15.
Okay. Yeah. So it's not necessarily time efficient, but just as part of the creative process, that's really the best way that we were advised to do it. So, and as far as time goes, I try not to have anybody put pressure on themselves to perform perfect
Right.
the first time, because great art takes time.
Yeah.
And we want, we all want to be comfortable, but at the same time, we also, if you're working in a studio, usually there's an hourly rate or a day rate that,
Sure.
you don't want to go over whatever your budget is. And
Yeah, man.
that's been our main thing so far, just because we're so small.
Right.
And none of us, we don't have a ton of money to just go to a studio
Sure.
on a weekend and just throw
Yeah.
stuff together.
Dude, it's I like that strategy of taking allowing everybody to have their own individual recording. Because when everybody's recording together, I think it's just it would be so easy to lose focus and then put pressure on yourself to be able to play at the same rate that everybody else is playing, and then whoever's leading it might play a certain way that throws people off or something. So, yeah, that's good. And do you guys have a set order of you'll record the balls first and then the vocals?
Yeah, just really just rhythm acoustic, which is me.
Right.
And then rhythm acoustic, the drums can follow
Right.
the rhythm acoustic, and then from drums we have, I think we recorded bass. Was it bass next and then lead? Something like that. So yeah, and then we have slide.
So you put the lead
Blast.
on at the end.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
the lead on goes at the end because it's
Right.
it's very much the
It's the
cherry
cherry
on top if you want to.
Yeah.
It's the colorful stuff. The
Gotcha.
fluff.
That's good. That makes sense for sure. Yeah. And it all blends in well at the end of the.
Right. Yeah.
And how long is the studio session typically?
From what we've experienced, if we're all there on the same day doing our stuff, about 3 or 4 hours per song.
Yeah.
It's pretty long, especially when there's retakes, because you really gotta listen to the song about 10 times.
Is there something y'all do to make it fun, or are you guys just really locked in?
We just make it fun no matter what. We're there, so we'll always have fun. We're together. So.
That's good. That's good. I saw something recently that, actually, there's an Einstein quote, and I'll butcher it, but it's something about playing is the highest form of intellect. Like if you're able to play, you're able to release certain chemicals that will allow you to learn something faster.
Right.
So maintaining that joyful spirit is, yeah, that's definitely beneficial. Is there anything that you guys want to talk about? I've got some more questions, but I just got to recall them. But yeah, is there anything that you guys had planned on talking about?
I can't think of anything.
There you go. How's the football season going?
We just started. The actual season hasn't kicked in until August 4th.
Right.
We just got done with summer practice, and yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Is it going to be tough to balance the band and football?
it wasn't last year, so I'm not this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we meet on the weekends and don't get gigs during the week, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically it. It's not too complicated.
I think it's really cool though.
Sometimes.
Yeah, to have both facets in your life, to be able to play sports and practice music in high school, holding the line on both ends. What's it like balancing 3 different guitarists?
I'd say it's a great blend actually. It provides perfect sound. Just really so far, I've been playing acoustic, and eventually we'll figure out some sort of arrangement where I can also play electric, because I have this beautiful electric guitar that I've really been wanting to play rhythm on. But
Yeah,
the sound itself of an acoustic guitar, it leans a little more towards like a drum almost, like a snare drum. And especially you can hear that in older recordings, like in Johnny Cash's first recordings. Instead of, because they didn't have a snare drum, he stuck a dollar bill in his fretboard in between the strings, and he just played his acoustic. So having that as the first guitar that's usually recorded,
right.
it's a great start. And the lead, you have. Well, here, I'll let you talk about that.
I think having 3 guitarists, it might sound like, oh, you're just the same instrument 3 times, but it really just gives it a variety of sound. It gives it range, gives it different sound to it. Sticks out. You have your
You
slide.
don't think it's too heavy on?
I really don't.
Yeah.
Because it's really nice, because when you have acoustic going, if one of the electric guitars breaks out into a solo, you still have that electric to keep that bottom more powerful sound up. So it sounds really good in my opinion.
Yeah.
You want to?
Oh yeah, that's right. Not go pass it around. Pass it around. And I also feel like with slide, if you with the other guitars going, you can kind of put some effects on it to give it like kind of an ambient feel. Say if you're going for like a mellow kind of vibe, right? You want something that sounds like midnight, and if you want to go with that, get like a slide with like a real slow, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like having slide with that would help with like just any kind of emotional, trying to put some emotional thing into it.
Each guitar has its own energy.
Yeah.
If I could add, of course, I'm the bassist, so this is a little bit of an outsider's perspective, but I think that adds a very cool dynamic, because Elijah usually goes with the chords, Grant is usually power chords or ad-libs, and then Josh can do the slide effects, and I think it just, that's a really black and white way of putting it, but when it's all congregated together, it's just a beautiful sound.
You take a lot of 2D elements and mix them together for a 3D sound.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it.
Well, that's a great description. Yeah.
I always have a question. Let's see. Are there any specific moments from performing that you guys have like funny stories from, or cool moments that you've enjoyed with each other performing?
This is like one of the things that the band loves to joke about the most. My acoustic guitar has been played on so much that the bridge has been dug into by the strings, because it's a cheap little Fender acoustic guitar, and I'll always either break a string during a performance or right before. It was actually
that thing's crying for help.
It was right before our first gig at soundcheck. I think I broke a string there.
Right.
And then
He was, "Ah,
And
that's a good sign."
then I borrowed Colton's guitar as a backup guitar. Broke one of the strings probably about halfway through that performance, and
Right.
then used the third guitar. Everything was good, but
There no Oversoul, wasn't it?
yeah, it was at Oversoul.
Very superstitious.
Yeah. I can't think of anything.
Yeah, I
else.
guess if you're only a year in, how are you guys booking shows so early?
Really, we'll just go and ask people.
Right.
And
People are typically tolerable of a up and coming band that they haven't.
usually, so far, with our experience, it's been we'll talk to the manager of a restaurant or a bar,
Right.
and they'll tell us that they usually give everybody at least one chance, to see if you're good or not, or if if you're a good people or not too.
Yeah.
Not just that the music sounds good, but if you're also decent people,
Yeah.
and you're not a jerk. And
You got to be down to earth.
yeah, exactly. There you go. So we'll talk to the managers, and they'll give us one shot, and usually they'll like us. So
Sure. What separates you guys during performances? Is there anything that distinguishes you? Maybe your tip jar has a flower in it or something. Or...
It's a good idea.
that is a great idea. We don't have a tip jar yet.
Put some dirt underneath it, down to earth.
They also have the outfit. Y'all all dress. Y'all all. They all. Well, I haven't played with them yet. I have not.
Gotta bring the boots.
Yeah. But they all kind of what I've noticed. They all have this kind of similar outfit. As you can tell,
Yeah.
Elijah's going for more like a Red Clay Strays type thing.
Yes.
And I think that's really cool. It gives an oldies kind of feel to it. Authentic, if you will. From what I've noticed, and especially at their last gig, which was I forgot the name of it. What was it called? Small Town. That's it. They played there, and they kind of all had the same matching kind of tucked in shirts.
Professional.
Yeah, tucked in shirts. Combed hair, the Elvis thing going on, and I thought that was really cool. I thought that was really neat, and that's just one thing that I've noticed that makes them is in style wise,
Yeah.
makes them stand out to me at least. Would you like anything to add, anybody?
Colin's the most professional I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I feel like I overdressed it a little bit, but
You're good.
Yeah, I just saw this at John Walker's actually, which is where Grant used to work.
Right.
And
Called out.
I shouldn't have said it like that. But regardless, I just saw this
Yeah.
beautiful shirt. I bought this one first, and then I saw that
was
Elijah
all
was
fleece.
going for more of a darker color type vibe, and so I bought another shirt, and we wore that for Amplified
Right.
as well. And this is a beautiful, beautiful shirt. Kind of reminds me of the singer George Jones.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's.
Did you get it to him on a discount, or was there a down to earth?
I did actually. So I gave him a discount, and I wonder why we can't pay rent anymore. No, I cut all my buddies' deals.
Yeah,
Trying to help the band get their clothes and stuff like that.
that's good.
So
Yeah, that
you didn't
helps.
hear that, Neil. Okay.
Neil's gonna want his money back.
Well, too late. I want my job back.
All right, and commercial.
We'll cut
break.
that one out.
Commercial break at 35. It happened again.
I just want to add.
Thank you for saving me.
Yeah, no problem. I just want to talk a little bit more just about our, outfit style and,
Yeah.
The Beatles, earlier in their career, they all wore suits, and a lot of boy bands from that early,
Right.
earlier time period, 50s and 60s. It's suits, matching suits, everybody matching. I was in a Guitar Center, up at Birmingham, and I had this manager lady. She came up to me, and I think we started discussing about her coming to see either me or me and one of these other guys at an open mic, just to kind of see how we sound, because she was offering to be a manager, and we talked about it, and she mentioned something how she personally believed that all bands need some sort of coordination, whether it's suits or same hairstyle or something like that. And I, as the band leader, I don't want to pressure anybody to wear something that they're not comfortable wearing too.
Yeah.
So just I always
We're going to be kissed tomorrow.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I've always encouraged since the beginning just individual style so that it can show you as as an artist yourself
Right.
while in this really conglomerate, of down to earth.
Yes,
So.
absolutely. Like I like how you mentioned that the Beatles and a lot of early boy bands had that very professional look. It's not an original concept, but it's a good way. It's a good stepping stone into finding your attire. It'll be interesting to see what you guys come up with for the down to earth presence. Yeah, I don't know. Wear some like leather jackets or something.
Yeah.
So some farmers.
Get a mohawk.
Yeah.
Overalls.
Yeah. Yeah, just have some wife beaters on the stage.
Who was also the other guy you're talking about? This is unrelated, but he has from what I've been told, he has a very interesting stage presence. He dresses up like a clown. What's his name? Matt, you met him.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
So at Amplify, we met this band called Max Sabbath. They were playing next door.
Gotcha.
And they're this basically kind of like a Crazy Owl or Weird Al, a Weird Al version of like they do parodies based off of Black Sabbath songs,
Right.
but in the style of McDonald's. They dress up like the McDonald's characters.
Do they show up in a boxcar 11 deep?
They might. They had this really cool McDonald's logo bass guitar in the back, so
Oh,
they were really interesting, and they actually played for Ozzy Osbourne in his last gig.
Wow.
So that was pretty cool.
They've always got another song up their sleeve.
Yeah. They do it in the style of Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath covers.
Right.
But they've changed the lyrics to be they're actually against fast food. So I don't really know where they fall, but they're an interesting band.
Nobody knows.
I like the way that you guys had like a song sheet that you posted, I guess, part of the show. Your dad may have taken the picture of it afterwards. I hadn't seen that before. Documenting what you guys played, but I like that concept.
Yeah, like a set list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
capturing the set list after.
We always like to sign whatever posters and set lists we have in, so we each keep a signed copy of all the posters and set lists just to remember each of our first couple gigs.
Yeah, definitely keep those. Be worth a lot.
All right.
Shoot, man. I think that's about as much as I've got. I really like what you guys have going on. Y'all have a great energy. What's next right now for you guys?
Really just getting that we're looking at making that the next album type project more of an EP,
Right.
just because of the number of songs that are written out right now.
Yeah.
But next order of business really is to record those songs and then release them, and then next summer when he's out of school and I think y'all are going to school, right? Like welding is well
something like that. We'll figure it out.
just really next year.
Figure it out as we go.
Yeah, really next year when we have more original music to promote, then we're gonna try to play just as many shows as possible and reach out, and hopefully this is also along with where we see ourselves in 5 years, trying to go out of state and just hit the road, play in front of as many people as possible.
For sure, man.
So.
Yeah, dude. Do you guys, like you mentioned out, you're studying, the bands that have passed before and trying to learn what they have going on. Is there anything else that you study amongst in music or in the bands as well that you've picked up on that you're trying to follow in their footsteps?
I guess really just advice of don't give up,
Yeah.
because it's hard being a musician, especially starting out and trying to make it
Right.
a career. Especially I can only imagine there are so many artists or bands out there who have so much potential, but there's like I always think about this. There's going to be, no matter what, there's going to be at least like 5,000 other us's,
Absolutely.
who are trying to make it, as well as solo artists.
Just
and-
in Alabama.
Exactly. Well,
Yeah.
and that's the great part about being from Birmingham, especially. we're around more of like a metal scene, so we don't have as much competition for
Right.
our genre necessarily. So we can hopefully reach out to a lot more people who are open-minded, or who are looking for more.
And also, if I might add, Birmingham is kind of like the hot spot for music right now. I mean, maybe not like in like the world or nothing, but in Alabama, I feel like Birmingham is like where everything's at. If you want to do anything for like music, because I mean, there's so many venues in Birmingham. There's so many. I mean, there's bars left and right. There's places at the it's a music center, but I watched Tommy Emmanuel play. I don't know if you know who Tommy Emmanuel is, but he's an incredible guitarist and really big stage and a bunch of people there. And this is a genre that is not really listened to all that often, but it was packed full, slam packed. And I feel like in Birmingham, there's a lot more, just more venues. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, right. And besides like having the venues, do you think it's like just a certain gravity towards music in general from the population?
Yeah. I feel like people in that area just like to have a good time.
Yeah.
Listen to music, and it helps everybody out when you listen to it. You play it. I mean, playing just with them. I've had the time of my life just playing with them, and all I'm doing is just sliding up and down on a guitar.
That's cool, man.
But and just in general, listen to it. Everybody getting together, going out, watching this. Hey, let's go watch this band play.
Right.
Let's see what they sound like. And then they leave that bar, go to another bar. Hey, let's watch this other band play.
That's good, man. I mean, that's exactly what you need. You need water for the crops. And you definitely have a good source of water over there. Would you guys ever sign to a record label, do you think?
Really, part of our business plan, I guess, for the future is more. We see. I'd like to think that us as a group, we see more benefit. Hopefully, staying independent and staying in control of our own music and our own property. That's really the biggest thing about record labels. With them acting, I mean, they're pretty much banks, so they'll loan you money, and of course, they have all the connections to promote your music and make you. Right. I mean, you can be world famous, but you could also be like $700,000 in debt because you agreed to a contract, with the record label, and not, and that's mostly my personal belief.
Right.
But really, staying independent and staying in control of masters and stuff like that, and just deciding where we go, and hopefully when we reach a point where we do need a manager, we could hire on somebody that's close to us that we can really trust and just keep in a close circle.
Right. I mean, with 5 people in a band, I think you guys already have what you need. If you've got somebody, besides the music, if you each kind of take just a minuscule part of the operations, have somebody running the social media, somebody finding spots, that would just be my advice. But you guys have your heads on right, so.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Well, I really appreciate you guys for driving all the way down from Birmingham for the podcast.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, y'all killed it, and can't wait to hear the open mic, of course. And
oh yeah.
And where are you guys performing in the near future?
We're going back to Oversoul. Yeah. Yeah, so we're going back to Oversoul, which was the first place we gigged at.
Yeah.
It's a little kind of a restaurant bar in a small town next to us.
Gotcha.
So we're going to be going back there August 29th.
Oh, cool.
Right? August 29th. Is that the right
Yeah.
date?
If we really again. I just want to say, if personal schedules
Right.
align, we're gonna make that happen. So that's next on the agenda.
That's awesome, man.
So back to the roots.
Yeah, this should be out by then. That's terrific. Are you guys? Do you perform in high school at all? Did y'all do any high school performances?
Me and Colton played. We played 2, like charity. Would you call them charities? It was.
So we went to Vestavia Hills High School, and what they did once a year was they hosted an event called Rise, which is it was to raise money for cancer research.
Nice.
And they had people at the school, the students that would perform, and we assumed the name Down to Earth at that time.
Oh, there you go.
It was just myself, Elijah, and Rodrigo, and I was playing drums at the time.
Yeah,
I can't play drums anymore. I'll have to get some tips from Morgan. But yeah, it was really a fun experience. And that's how I met Elijah, actually. It was through Rod for that event exclusively. And then Elijah's, I say, one of my closest friends.
Nice, man.
Thank you, buddy. Yeah. You too. Yeah.
So sweet.
Yeah. And just once we realized that we really loved just jamming together, we didn't want it to stop.
Yeah.
So
The slide that killed leukemia.
yeah.
Thank you guys so much. Really looking forward to what you guys have in store. I can't wait to look back at this podcast 5 years from now and be like, man, I can't believe I had them on. So, thank you guys, and we'll see you guys in the next wave.
Welcome to the Gulf Coast. Welcome to the Gulf Coast. Welcome to the Gulf Coast.